Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and tensions are rising and things are literally on the brink. And I know I say that, but I mean every day it seems to be getting worse. In the most recent news, we have been elevated to DEFCON 3. Now this is not via the military DEFCON level, but it is a website, non-government affiliated, that monitors it for the public because the DEFCON levels via our military aren't really available to us at that level. However, this website has really good intel, and I believe they have been really good about monitoring what's been happening abroad and domestically. So they have pushed that up to DEFCON level 3 in light of tensions between Russia and the United States, which I'm going to show you are high and really high up. And most recently, a Russian leading member has come out and said, in a nutshell, if Hillary is elected, there will be more Hiroshimas, more nuclear activity, and that's a big problem. Well, let's delve into this report. All right, so here we are at DEFCONwarningsystem.com. Before I get into that, I want to tell you about who they are so you don't get them mixed up. Does the DEFCON warning system report the DEFCON status of the military? No, it does not. It says they're not affiliated with the government and they do not represent the alert status of any military branch because those levels are kept secret. We don't know them and we wouldn't report them if they did, so that would compromise our security. But what they do as a website is they take all the information and they dish out what they believe the DEFCON levels to be. So that is who this is, and thus far I believe them to be correct in all their dealings of that so far. All right, so here is the most recent update on this website. The DEFCON warning system alert status for October 13th is now DEFCON 3, right in the middle there, which means we have heightened tensions and heightened chance of nuclear activity. But it says the situation between Russia and the United States is extremely fluid at the moment. I'm going to prove it to you in the next 5-10 minutes of this report. In all likelihood and dynamic as at times during the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. They're saying we're on edge like it was then now. Mainstream media has taken a very serious tone concerning the change from diplomatic to military options between NATO and Russia. CNN stated it's not a new Cold War, it's not even a deep chill, it's an outright conflict. On October 10th, former Soviet Premier Gorbachev is quoted as saying, "I think the world has reached a dangerous point. There are signs of potential growing large-scale conflicts in nearly every geopolitical hotspot, including all of these areas. Syria is seen as one of the trigger points to the renewed tensions between the U.S. and Russia. The U.S. has also accused, and might I say the word accused, and wrongly so, Russia of the cyber attack and meddling with the U.S. presidential election," which they're still denying, by the way. We know who it was. It was the DNC people who were murdered shortly after the hacks, likely a group of them, but nonetheless, White House Secretary John Earnest promised on Tuesday that the U.S. would either deliver a proportional response to Russia's alleged hacking of American computer systems, and so on and so forth. As a result of all of this, they've moved up to DEFCON 3. Nonetheless, that is where they believe we are seated. Once again, it's not a government-run organization. We're not going to get that from our government anyhow. So that is why I rely on that particular website for a DEFCON level warning, because you're not going to get it from the government. Like he said, and like they said on the website, it is secret. Infowars.com has also reported World War III with a question mark. Barack Obama could take a major step towards war with Russia on Friday. That is today. And what is that? If Barack Obama decides to directly hit the Syrian military, that will be crossing a red line that Russia has already established. Now, at this time, I don't know the status on that, if they're going through with it, what the deal is. There is not any news report on that at this moment. But nonetheless, this was a proclaimed red line from Putin a while back. But nonetheless, Obama's going to discuss this with his campaign. Major move there. Exclusive: Obama aides expected to weigh Syrian military options on Friday. There is the link for that there that I'm going to leave. U.S. President Barack Obama and his top foreign policy advisors are expected to meet today to consider their military options. So here's just another additional news source on that. Moving on a little bit, here is the source by express.co.uk. Nuclear war imminent as Russia tells citizens to find where their closest bunkers are. We already know that the Russians have done 40 million people man drill, where 40 million people ran to bunkers. We also know in an earlier report that I've put out with the links provided, if not Google it, because I'm not going to bring them up here, but he also told foreigners to come home because of what is happening abroad. All the tensions are abroad in case there is some kind of nuclear war. So they called their citizens home. And now Russia is telling its citizens it's imminent and to find out and be ready where your nearest bunkers are. Moving on, here is another one. Russian television warns of nuclear war amid U.S. tensions. This was on October 13th, just a day or so ago. This is on ABC News, which we know is twisted, but Russian TV warns of this. So here they are warning their people, but we aren't getting any kind of warnings here. Putin Ally, and this is probably one of the most, here's the link above. Putin Ally tells Americans, vote Trump or face nuclear war. This is huge. I've said this, I don't know, 2 or 3 times on my videos, but here's the proof of it. Here's the actual evidence. And it says, Americans need to vote Trump as president next month or risk being dragged into nuclear war. And this, I'm going to show you the exact quote, is according to a Russian ultra-nationalist ally of President Vladimir Putin. Okay, so a Russian ultra-nationalist ally of Vladimir Putin. What did he say? Well, let me just scroll down. And he says, relations between Russia and the U.S. can't get any worse. The only way they can get worse is if war starts. He goes on, Americans voting for a president on November 8th must realize that they are voting for peace on planet Earth if they vote for Trump. But if they vote for Hillary, it's war. It will be a short movie. That would mean nuclear. There will be Hiroshimas and Nagasaki's everywhere. Everywhere. Huge. And let me tell you, we don't want any more of those in any place. But he says if Hillary is elected, this is what we are looking at. Here's another report on realclearpolitics.com. Jill Stein's Trump is less dangerous than Clinton. She will start nuclear war with Russia. Here we have it again. All of this is just huge. And here's the deal. They want nuclear war. The globalists do. And they're going to stop at nothing to do it. They want Hillary in office. And let me just prove to you a couple things, and then I'm going to go back and give you dialogue on what's going on with Russia. Here's something you might not have known about the election. RNC, Republican National Committee TV ad, spending no money on Trump. Guess how much they spent on Romney? Well, $42 billion, I believe, is the number. No, 42 million with an M, sorry, but $0 on Trump. So his own party is against him. Why is his own party against him? Because it's one flippin' sided. It's one big left moving things. So you get an actual real Republican in there who wants to change the country around. They're attacking him. Now, I knew days ago that they were going to be releasing more stuff on Donald Trump, false rape crap crimes from 35 years ago that didn't even happen, that biggest, latest news, but yet they remain silent, the mainstream media, on a big happy birthday surprise from Bill Clinton, who got $1 million from Islamic government of Qatar in 2011. What the heck? Why? He's getting $1 million from a country that treats their women like crap. Oh, never mind that his wife is the candidate running pro-women. Here's $1 million. Well, why would they do that? Because they're in league. On WikiLeaks, more information came out with Hillary Clinton working directly with the the ISIS there, funding them, giving them money, yet we hear nothing. And you know what kind of polls you're hearing from Fox News today? Hillary Clinton is up 7 points in the election. And, oh yeah, she's up 7 points. Yeah, that's what you're hearing. What does Rasmussen say, the most reliable of all of them? It says, well, Trump's at 43 and Clinton's at 41. What's wrong with you, Fox News? What's wrong with you, everybody else? Because you're one-sided, you're one leftist agenda, and you surely don't want Trump in, and you do want, well, you want war with Russia. Sometimes I just get so upset with everything that is happening in our government, everything that's happening, in our country, because they want this war. They want Hillary elected, and people need to wake up to the information war. Let me say a few things. When every single station is pro-Hillary Clinton, that says they want her in, not because they're looking out for the betterment of the country, but because they have plans. They want to start war with Russia. Russia is attempting to warn us, say, hey, look, if you put Hillary in charge, chances are we're going to go to war because she is corrupt and she's in with the globalists. She's in with the New World Order and the shadow government that's ruling from behind the scenes. Yes, it really does exist. When you've studied this stuff for many years, you can see the puppet strings being pulled, and Hillary's strings will be pulled. We're in a lot of trouble, folks. And they're coming out with more crap that Bill Clinton has been accused of. So they're blaming stuff on Donald Trump that actually Bill Clinton has done numerous times. Wake up to the atrocities. Get out there and vote. If you've never voted in your life, vote now. Make sure you registered. Make sure you're out there doing something. Make your voices heard. And yeah, I get it. The elections are rigged. There's more going on. But look, the more stronger we make our voices heard, the more people that actually get out there, the more chance we got. We're at a DEFCON 3 level warning according to the DEFCON website, not the military website. We are at tensions, at odds with Russia, and leading officials in Russia are telling us that our own government is corrupt to hell over high water. And here we have, emails being leaked, the Podesta emails, not a lick from mainstream media about the emails. Oh no, not a lick on that. Not a lick about the $1 million that, Bill Clinton just accepted. Not a lick about any of her emails that have been leaked by WikiLeaks. They're keeping it quiet. Oh no, instead, let's make up a falsified story from 35 years ago about Donald Trump touching a woman that hasn't had any proof whatsoever. When Hillary Clinton goes back in the day, and you don't hear about this, they say, oh, we fact checked that. It's a lie. It's not a lie. I've seen the video. The video's on the internet. I will leave links below. Hillary Clinton laughed, about putting when she was a lawyer, she got out a rapist. She knew he was a rapist, and the poor girl was, 12 years old or however she was at the time. Don't quote me on that. But nonetheless, Hillary Clinton knew this guy was a rapist, got him out basically scot-free with a slap on the hand, so to speak, and a few other things. But nonetheless, she laughed about it, not once, but twice. And all they can do is call him a racist. That's it. That's all they got. Well, let me tell you something. Hillary Clinton is a freaking racist if I ever knew one. To sit there and take money from Saudi Arabia in her own campaign, for her husband to take money, for her to work with ISIS, for her to be in league with people who torture women, in my opinion, that's what torture gays. That's what they do, homosexuals. For someone who claims she's on the homosexual side and sitting there allowing money from these people, that's pure wrong. That's racist. That's ironic, isn't it? What kind of woman does that crap? Here she is promoting our womanhood. Women need to stick together. Well, then don't accept money from women haters, Hillary. Women haters. And that's what she does. And I think the only way we're going to win this thing, and I do believe that Trump is going to win this thing, but we need all the votes out there. We need everybody to make their voices heard because they don't want him in. They're going to continue to smear him not once, not twice, 3 times, even more. You're going to hear more. You're going to hear lies, and they're not going to give him enough time to fight it and rebuttal it. It'll be just days before the election, and that's the way they work. They're criminal. They already stole from Bernie Sanders. We know that. We know that. It's just very disturbing to see it play out like this. And you got to read through the lies. You got to see through everything that's going on. Understand people make mistakes. Here's a story that you didn't hear on TV either. Obama was, and if children are listening, please close your ears. He was showing his erection off on a plane to a bunch of stewardess who were laughing about it. Did that get mainstream media news event? Oh, no. I will leave a link below. I thought about showing the clip here, but I don't want to because of the nature of it. But nonetheless, I will leave a link to your president, commander-in-chief doing that. Men are men. They're, they make, Donald Trump has said some stupid things I don't agree with. But a lot of people have done stupid things, and I don't like President Obama. But the sad thing is they want to paint just Donald Trump in one light and no one else. And Fox can't be trusted, CNN, MSNBC, none of them, because they're all on one side of the fence. Anyhow, please make sure you are prepared and ready to go with food storage. I use foodforliberty.com/haven. Look, we're on a thin line right now. We are on a very thin line, and Russia's at edge. And this is not a joke. Hopefully it will calm down if the right candidate gets in office. If not, we're in hell of a lot of trouble. And I fear that Russia knows it, and many people are wanting this. They want war with Russia. They've said this even before we got in deep with the election. And I've said my piece on that. I mean, is it possible that they can turn this whole Russian election into, oh, everybody's a Russian spy. Oh, I don't know a single Russian in my life, but they're going to plant information and call people Russian spies after we get hit or missiled or nuked or who only knows what. That's what will come of it. And millions, thousands, I don't know, tens of thousands of people will die. And it would be a very sad day. I'm all for my American country, and I'm going to stand with American as long as I am here. America is my country, and I'm going to fight for it. And I surely don't want war with another nuclear power. Anyhow, make sure you're prepped again with food, and check out my partners. Look, they help fund what I do here. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for them. Check out getthetea.com. He's got great products, great tea, great detox. If you need a detox, he's the only one I would recommend for detox straight up. So make sure you go to getthetea.com as well. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in to my channel here. And don't forget to subscribe.